started the recording facing away from me so I could tell that I was starting the recording. My name is Grady Owens. Today's date, I'm going to turn it around so we can look. Oh, that's not today's date. There we go. There's today's date. It is Tuesday the 14th. Mostly just doing this for purposes of insurance. I don't know why I walked this way. Actually, I do know why I walked that way. It was to pick up mail, but I don't want to do that while I'm recording. You can tell my brain is a little frazzled right now. Don't mind the mess in the front yard. That's kind of normal. I've tried to fight it, but yeah, you can already hear the symptom of the first one, or at least I can. I don't know if you can pick it up on the recording. I can't describe the smell. Unfortunately, you can't detect that over video, but it reeks. It's very, very obviously moldy. Yeah, walk into the first hallway here and the entire ceiling is collapsed. Kitchen here, the entire ceiling has collapsed. Thankfully, the dining room, of all things, doesn't appear to be damaged very much at all. Actually, I don't know that it's... I mean, the ceiling fan has seen better days. The humidity in here is through the roof, so that's what's going on with that. But the walls look fine. The floor needs to be resurfaced, but that was true before. And the ceiling is surprisingly... there's a little bit of black mold there, but surprisingly intact. There's a little bit of black mold down there, too. So, like I said, we're just trying to get through and see the bulk of the damage here. So, like I said, this ceiling here collapsed. There's a light fixture just hanging from the ceiling. The light fixture that was in the kitchen is there on the floor. I don't know if we'd seen that before. But, yeah, so, sorry if I'm a little stuttery. It's a little stressful being here right now, as I'm sure you can imagine. Push the door open. This door is totally shot. It's like completely falling apart. In here, more ceiling damage, and obviously the previous owners used that system, which is not ideal, but that's what they did. So anyway, yeah, the entire room here is well, it looks like a bomb went off. Very, very filthy bomb. Yeah, paint peeled off there. Not that it matters all that much, because again, it's a total gut job. This bed is thoroughly destroyed. Pieces of furniture here thoroughly destroyed. Again, the ceiling fan gone. There's a nightstand on the other side there that looks exactly the same as the first one, but just to illustrate it, right? Yeah. Go to the next bedroom. There's a carpet under there, rug under there that barely make out, but it's there, I promise. I apologize for the positioning of the camera right now. That's the only way I can get this door even remotely closed. Actually, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that, so it's just going to sit there. And so we're going to go in here. This is the second bedroom. Again, total gut job. It's all mold. These are wall tiles, actually, that I intended to put in the guest bath, which I will attempt to show you, but I was not able to open the door very well before. I could try to open this closet. No, I can't. So that's pretty well closed off. Yeah. I'm just having a little bit of trouble here. That beeping is actually from the oven in the kitchen, which I don't know how it's got any power because none of the front of the house does. So I don't understand how that's beeping. But it's beeping because it needs service, is what it claims. But I think it's beeping because it doesn't have any power. It could be both. And then let me see if I can get this open enough to slide this in here. Again, ceiling is totally gone. I don't know if you can see the wall cabinet there is pretty well shot. And the floor is really the problem here, that just covered in ceiling detritus. So that's why I can't open the door very well. Evidence that there is no power here. I did attempt to flip the breakers, but they immediately went back and shorted. So, well, there was a spark anyway coming out of the ceiling, so I'm glad that it killed itself. Damage on these doors, more damage on the walls here, and just for bearing, here's the front entrance that we just came through. Ceiling here, totally gone. For the bulkhead, walls are completely shot. We walk into the weird little interior laundry room space thing. And yeah, the ceiling is gone here as well. There's something there. I'm not actually sure what that is, other than just a vent, because that wasn't a thing that I remember seeing here. But anyway, yeah, walls are totally shot. This couch obviously is completely destroyed. Doors completely destroyed. Ceiling in there just gone. And I'm getting raspy because of all the black mold, I think. So I'm going to try to hurry this up. That there, oh, that's from the, okay. Now I was trying to figure out what this weird little design was. There's a carpet pattern in the tile is what that is. I couldn't figure it out, but it's fine. Surprisingly, the master suite is relatively untouched. I don't think there's any, there's power in here at least, but there's no damage to the walls. You know, we can see here, the walls appear to be fine. The ceiling needs to be replaced, but the walls appear to be okay at least. Again, you know, just nothing wrong with the walls in here, but I might request that they be gutted anyway for the sake of, I mean, look around you. Into the living room here, where significant damage to the walls from black mold and more damage to the walls. There's a little bit of damage to the vigas here in terms of just, I don't know if it doesn't look like it's mold. It looks like the varnish might have peeled as a result of just the humidity. And again, you know, just more black mold damage. Surprisingly, the ceiling in here, which is the one part of the house that I expected, if it were to collapse, would collapse, but did not. The reason I say that is because the ceiling in here is not supported properly, but you guys will figure that out, I think. Just another wall damaged by black mold. Again, you can see back here, you know, because we're far enough removed from the bulk of it, which was up front, which leads me to believe that it was probably a water line that, so I know for a fact before this house had the gable roof that's on it now, when it had a flat roof, it had a water cooler, a swamp cooler on the roof. And so there may have been a swamp cooler line that was capped up there, but that wasn't, you know, fully shut off. So that might be what happened. I don't actually know. I'm just speculating. Anyway, come around to the library area here, and obviously black mold all throughout. I actually turned on The rear, this guy, it's a furnace. But it's a forced air furnace, so it's really all it's doing right now is just pushing air through the house. I'm hoping to try to alleviate some of the moisture damage, which you can see here. Like, I'm showing this off, particularly for this, which was just devastating when I realized that this had been destroyed as well. This is, you can see here, dating back to 1933. So they're not all gone. I think that some of them could be salvageable, but I will need to figure out mold remediation for books, magazines. And so we come into the back bedroom, which I have turned into kind of a, well, it's kind of the library space. And this part, for some reason, is also pretty heavily affected by the black mold. I'm not sure why. Thankfully, none of the ceilings have collapsed yet, but again, it's a gut job anyway, so not sure that it matters. And so again, looking at some of the books, we've got mold all over many of the books here, so I need to talk to somebody about that. I'm not sure. But that was the bulk of the damage. I'm going to try to take photos of as much of it as I can so that I can upload them for the insurance company if they require them. So I guess that's it.